Do you know how many years it took me to discover that that wasn't a wavy little thing like the focalors at the beach in 8? It's actually a mouse. It took me 14 years to figure out that was a mouse.
Quite disturbing.
I thought it was a wavy little thing, like the little fins on the beach in Final Fantasy VIII. See?
That's clearly a mouse.
It took me 14 years to figure this shit out.
That's a mouth? It looks like an eye.
Oh dear.
What do you guys think of this,
I know
thingy?
nothing.
This, what's it called? Puzzle thing?
I think the Ancients was seriously messed up.
Yeah.
Well, I think that, but I think it's kind of fun.
It's okay, I mean...
Like, who the hell puts that sort of boulder rolling thing in their temple and this creepy time mouth thing?
It's not so much fun when you get knocked off by the other hand, but apart from that...
I have to throw in my headcanon for this. If you look at in Crisis Core, the staff Minerva fights with, it looks like a more ornate version of the Princess God. So my headcanon is that the Princess God is Minerva's staff that was found in the Temple of the Ancients. I'm just throwing that out there because I like being a whore.
Fair enough.
Well, my headcanon is going to be the Ancients of Time Lords because that's the only people I can imagine creating something like this.
This takes... I think I later on decided to condense this a bit down because it got tedious watching the same thing.
Yeah, it's already getting there.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Special transition, go.
You know, there are other transitions besides flipping, you know.
Nah, I can't be bothered. Like, that's my favourite one. Oh, ribbon! That's possibly the best.
Yay, now the frogs will no longer terrify you.
Oh yeah, trust me. You can get
a hand knock you off if it hits you. I'm not serious. I'm being serious. Like, I'm trying to remember. Doesn't like if you wait too long and the hand hits you, it knocks you off.
It knocks you off, and then you can get another treasure that way, which I'm gonna do in a bit.
Okay. So I'm not
wait
crazy.
for it. I can't remember when I did it. Oh, I think I did it now. Did I do it now? Suspense moment. I can't remember. Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
He did it!
I must have done it.
You
no,
can
wait.
do it!
What are you doing? Are you trying to get knocked off?
Yeah,
Spasming.
that too.
Apparently the option to just jump off is not present.
That's because Cloud's
I
a pussy.
wonder how high that the second hand is supposed to be.
Probably enough to just sweep his ankles.
Guess how I defeated these enemies?
With Beta?
No.
By running away?
No.
With Beta?
Yeah, I actually don't know how to run away in this game.
You don't?
I still don't know how to run away.
Guys, you
His
went there the
keyboard
other day.
setup is just
he played through all of this
fast.
video without knowing how to dodge.
I got all the way through Dissidia up until Chaos without dodging once.
Oh,
Took
you
tutorials and didn't know how to do it.
So you
Yeah.
finished this off with Tifa, did you? I should have known.
Yeah. Not just with Tifa, with Dolphin Blow!
Not as good as Zell's Dolphin Blow.
No, I prefer Tifa's, because I prefer Tifa's everything.
Ew.
I like the sleeve of the dinosaur here because it feeds into my headcanon that one day they will domesticate all the dinosaurs in the FF7 world.
Techno, you're
We shall
really
have
getting
soldiers on dinosaurs.
you're really getting slagged off in the in the chat.
How bad am I?
Kat says you suck. Why is this guy hosting FF7? And Skate says definitely getting banned.
Meanwhile, Blue Highwind
I wish I
is
could read
channeling
the
Jeremy
chat.
Clarkson. Meanwhile, Blue Highwind is channeling Jeremy Clarkson and says that you're the worst Final Fantasy player in the world.
Techno, we still love you.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
that streamers.
You don't love me enough to promote me though.
Did that show up on the
No,
stream
but
now?
I'll unban you.
Oh,
When I
thanks.
went to another browser tab, did that show up on the stream?
It might do. But no. You have to stay on the same browser tab. But if you do it in another window, then you're still good.
So wait, someone in the stream, Blue's in the stream. Blue, say it in the stream. Did you see the browser tab there? The browser change?
He might say it. Wait,
Like,
what
I'm
the
wondering
fuck
now
am I
if I
doing
can
this
call up the
puzzle?
chat window, but if it'll disrupt the stream or not.
Oh, Drake, do you know what I was doing there? I was reading your walkthrough.
Oh,
Nah, I was reading Blues, just kidding.
fuck you.
This passive-aggressive flirting.
We're
Look,
I'm
witnessing
just gonna go
falling-
on the chat on my laptop and ask.
We're witnessing
Look.
true love here, viewers. True love.
The item I just got is called Work Glove for Tifa. It is useless. It gives her high attack power, but she can't use any materia slots, and thus it is useless. Yeah, I'm still reading Blue's walkthrough to find out where to go.
Blue Highwind is with us in spirit, even when he's not on the LP again for the fifth video in a row?
Yeah. It would be 3 in a row if you join this one. There have been 3 users who've been in 2 in a row. One is Drake, the other one is Fire Sinde, who hasn't been on for a while actually, and the other one is Blue Highwind.
Did I say that? Fire Sinde?
Fire Sinde, yeah. I
say
think that's how to
decent.
say it.
Fair Cinder.
Fair
Or
Sinde.
Phython. Phython or Fair Cinder.
Yeah.
Look at the murals, Cloud. This shows how aliens look.
Is this bit inspired by Egyptian hieroglyphics or Aztec drawings?
Kind of looks like a little bit of both.
Egyptian hieroglyphics. Definitely.
Yeah, it seems more Egyptian, but the temple seems Mayan.
Nothing in this game makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to point out another one of my stupid flaws as a kid, in that I thought Meteor looked like a stick of rock.
Oh good, I can open Chatzilla without screwing with the stream. Excellent.
Yep.
I want to see all the trash talk that's being talked about.
I think it looks like a giant target myself. It's like, oh look, the giant target is going to hit that random person.
Mother, it is almost time.
Why is he lying down? Like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, why is he lying down there? Oh, is this when he dies?
You're confused about this and not about the fact that he randomly breaks into 2 people and teleports.
Well, that's been done before, I think. I think X-Death did a lot of teleport screwery.
For God's sake, the guy became a splinter.
Yeah. X-Death was not a very well written villain, but then again, 5's plot was not very well written. No one plays 5 for the plot anyway, so no
You
one
played for
cares.
Gilgamesh and
You play for Gilgamesh, X-Death, and an awesome job system.
I wonder what Cloud and Co would be thinking there. Sort of, are we tripping out, or is it just Sephiroth?
Or is Sephiroth tripping us out?
I like how Tifa's like
I believe-
ready to fight, and then Cloud's just like, lol,
What
soon on
happened
for.
Sort of, are we
By the
tripping
way,
out, or is it just Sephiroth?
Cloud actually reminds me
I'm not
quite
sure
a
what's
bit
going
of
on.
Harry
I'm
Potter.
just gonna stop.
Really?
How?
In the sense that, you know, Harry Potter had those moments where Voldemort, like, he saw Voldemort and, like, they were the same
videos
person.
paused, by the way. Do you need to pause too?
What?
Videos paused a moment.
Oh shit, yeah. Pause the video. 47, 45.
I'm on 43.
We had an issue. However,
Cold
I figured that out.
Anyway,
I was
so-
streaming doing all that, so they know.
but the people watching the YouTube video when it goes up won't know, so I'm just pointing
Well,
it
they
out.
will now.
They will now? Okay. So,
Let
anyway,
everyone know how much we fail.
how much I fail.
We apparently we failed so much that we lost another viewer because of this. You bastards, says Blue Highwind.
Oh man.
That is such a weird
I'll tell you-
pose Tifa just struck, I just noticed.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. But she's fit, so I don't
It's
care.
like it's about to start dancing pose, like I'm about to do an Irish river dance.
Yeah, but I don't care. Tifa's fit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make short work of this boss. This boss is a classic boss in Final Fantasy. There's always an enemy at least called Red Dragon. So this is nothing new.
I don't know how this makes any sense here, where in a deserted temple, suddenly a dragon. Aerith, please explain this.
I think
Yeah,
wherever
it just-
Rebecca's farther into the game to start pointing out, nothing makes sense.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say because Japan here?
Yeah, sure.
Because Japan.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Or because
I
Sephiroth.
do kind of know how I do kind of want to know how the dragon got in though, because Sephiroth says, "Ah ha ha, it's not me." But I mean, like those doors look pretty small. How did he squeeze himself in?
It's all due to symbolism. In each game, we need to defeat the red enemy to show that communism is indeed bad.
Capsule of scum.
Is it me, or do Final Fantasies stop making sense after Final Fantasy 6 until 9 when they start making sense again, and then they stop again afterwards?
Oh,
No, 12
Drake,
makes
you,
pretty sense.
Drake, you were blocked for 12.34567 seconds for total incompetence.
You want incompetence? I will close the stream here.
Hey, it was Cat, not me.
Okay, we'll just
Blame
start
him.
without you. I mean, you're an extra
Tattoos,
guest
do you want me
anyway.
to close the stream? I can see your response on the IRC. You let me know. You want the stream to go down? I'll make it happen.
That's okay, we can just start up again with
This
techno
episode is
instead.
a complete clusterfuck of wiki drama.
Welcome to FFWiki. Why is she? Why is Tifa doing that again? There's nothing there.
Who cares? Tifa's fit.
Maybe she
Oh,
doesn't
shut
trust
up.
the stream.
I can forgive any fault she has.
You're so
Well,
shy.
we are in a temple where Sephiroth and giant dragons randomly spawn, so you know, I'm not going to hold it against her. She wants to get battle ready when we start prodding strange things.
Does it matter which option you choose, by the way, when you're looking at the pyramid thing? I can't recall it making any difference.
I like how the room went pink there, because that just reminds me of when Cecil reads Lustful Lallyho in Final Fantasy IV.
Nice. Oh man. Cecil is, like, I don't really care much for Cecil, but I think he's a better protagonist than Cloud.
He's just effeminate and pretty.
No, but Cecil does so much more damage than any other party member, except
Remember,
Riddy.
according to Dissidia Land, Cecil is the prettiest princess. Oh god, Cecil is text.
We need to change.
No, Cecil's not the princess of metal.
We need to change Hex's portrait on the staff page to Cecil now.
God, he'll never forgive us.
He'll probably just roll back the edit.
Who is that?
That's
It's
Kat
calling
Shi.
it this time.
Hi, this is Kat Shi, and because I've just betrayed the whole party and no one trusts me, I'm now going to sacrifice myself so that you can trust me.
Lol, okay, bye.
No, at this point in the game, like, my cousin had already told me someone dies around. Oh, it's Kat Shi? Oh, okay. Then I was like, oh, I don't really care, I don't see why it's so tragic. Then,
But he doesn't-
obviously...
It's not like he dies, he's not even there. This game, please.
Exactly. Exactly, yeah. It's,
And also, that's a really creepy line of, oh, I overheard everything. You mean you bugged us?
yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
that's,
I mean, she just reminds him of a very creepy stalker.
Cat use because you're
That may have
listening.
implied that they're non-creepy stalkers. Whoops.
I'm going to have to edit that picture of Creepy Cat onto a Moogle now.
Right, there we go.
just a question for Cat Use, because he's listening at the moment, and he probably used Catshi at that point. What happens if Catshi's in the party?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, does he, like, just say it right there, instead of the whole I overheard it?
Never thought of that.
This, the reason I don't use Catshi is only because I use Tifa. It's not because of anything else. It's not because I dislike Catshi, it's just, you know.
This boss is
You mean
a gigantic douche.
You mean to suggest that for you, the alternative to Tifa is Catchy? Do you have something to tell us, Techno?
I think we broke him.
Nah. We're going to see Aerith's ultimate limit break at this point. Well, we are in a minute. But, okay, Demon Wall is another enemy that returned from Final Fantasy IV. And, it's completely different in this game, because in this game it's actually a threat. You're not seeing that at the moment, because I'm so over-leveled, though.
I remember. And then I just played FF14 and it was also a nightmare.
Is it a nightmare in 14?
Yes, it is such a nightmare in 14. It spams AoEs and poisons and heavies.
They're pretty hot. I mean,
Push you off the side of the walkway which it's on.
there's one that's pretty horrible in 12. I mean, there's 2 demon walls in the Tomb of Wraith wall. One of them is really easy. I think it's the second one. But you can choose to run away from the first one. And yeah, it's pretty horrible, that one.
Is it
Yeah,
a demon
I decided to
wall
This is all well and good, but you should sometimes just try defeating it with love. Send Squall in.
Yeah,
no, but then FF7 would be X-rated and we can't have that.
Oh, Catshi's theme again. I love it.
Oh,
It's me! No, it's some other giant stuffed Moogle with a cat on top of it.
Cat says, he says it to your face, if I recall correctly, and then kills himself after Demon's Gate.
Ah, okay. That makes
What
sense.
happened with Demon's Gate? I'm sorry, I was busy.
He died.
He skipped a big portion of it and then it went dead.
Oh.
Yeah. I skipped a portion because basically I was just attacking it over and over, and it wasn't doing any damage to me because of Great Gospel, so I thought there's no point keeping it in.
Well, you should have kept Great Gospel in so we could see it.
I already kept that in.
Oh, okay.
Cool. And now Catshi dies. Oh wait, not yet. First he makes Tifa feel bad. She only does that Huffy Puff thing if she's in the party, by the way. If not, then the other character just doesn't give a shit.
Oh, while I'm on my laptop, I'll look up something for you, Techno.
Okay. Make sure you keep the tab on the stream.
No, I'm on my laptop, it's fine.
Alright, sweet.
I don't understand why he says, I'll be your matchmaker, I'll be your preacher, because he's just about to go and kill himself.
Yep, an official artwork gives Tifa's measurements as 36, 24, 35. So she's like an inch from typical perfection.
Yeah. No comment.
Wait, what? 36, 24, 25?
Yep.
No comment.
Like I hear like the perfect measurements are like 36, 24, 36.
That's not very
Tifa-
busty though.
Tifa needs to bulk up those thighs.
No, I'm just thinking that's not very busty. Have people in FF7 never seen a real woman gotten her measurements before? Unless she's got like a really narrow chest.
I don't know, Aeriths are pretty reasonable. And Yuffie, well, she's a kid, so... Elena's
Wait,
reasonable.
was that Tifa or Aerith sizes?
No, Aeriths are pretty reasonable. Tifa's are not. I think what happened with Tifa might be the same as what happened with Lara Croft. Basically they made the boobs too big, and then like originally the developers for Lara Croft said, oh they're a bit too big and unrealistic, shall we change them? And then they looked at each other and were like, nah, and they just kept them in. I reckon the same thing happened with Tifa.
I think I like the Disgaea artbook's approach to this the best. Whenever it says measurement, it just puts secret.
I've heard Disgaea is pretty fun.
This guy is brilliant.
I've mostly heard that from Drake.
Yeah.
I need to play Disgaea one of these days, but also
You
need to
need
play
to,
War
yeah.
of the Lions. I have War of the Lions, but I haven't played it yet.
Ooh, that's ooh. Mm.
I
Now you
get
have me
into War of the
talking.
Lions. I just find it too clunky after playing Pokemon Conquest and Disgaea.
The Black
Well, I had
Materia.
difficulty with Final Fantasy Tactics after playing this guy, but then I stuck to it and it was really good. So.
Well, it's not the
It's
story.
probably-
I have no comment on the story. I haven't played enough to see it, but like the gameplay is so primitive now. You know, it just seems that way
Yeah,
after
the
playing the
job
other
classes
games.
are still interesting. It's quite different from this guy, so don't go into it expecting that. But I think it's pretty much got the best storyline as of any Final Fantasy game.
Oh no, Sephiroth found the Promised Land!
Yeah, this scene this scene really scared me as a kid, I'm not
And
gonna
I
lie.
love this quote from Aerith here. I think this is one of
Which one?
of the best quotes in the game.
The future is just not yours, or what?
Like, I like that line.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think Barrett has the best dialogue in this game. As far as memorable dialogue goes, I don't think Seven's as good as many others, but that might be because of translation problems. But then again, like, translation problems didn't stop FF6 from having all those Kefka lines, so...
Yeah. Well, that's Ted Woolsey
But-
there. There's
literally
translating and then
every-
there's Ted Woolsey.
But literally every line of Kefka is like the most badass thing ever. Like, the only one who comes close is Kuja.
Yeah. I think Botanic
Yeah, this is-
I have to say, the slow motion run does make me think of I am running slowly through a field of flowers to meet my lover Sephiroth.
If you come, I'll be waiting. You'll find me, I promise.
Oh god, don't.
Okay, I'll just beat up Aerith instead.
Yeah, what is this man? Like, I got so mad at Cloud at this point.
Because he's mental, so, yeah.
And why is the kid Cloud right behind him?
Basically, the child Cloud is kind of like the game's way of saying that this is Cloud's like normal side, and is kind of like telling him what to do, because like
What's
the
this,
adult
like-
Cloud can't control himself and doesn't know what's going on.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Are the chat still slagging me off?
No, at the moment Blue Highwind's offering candy. At the moment Blue Highwind's offering candy to a new user, so they'll come and jump into his van.
Now it's
What?
time for Cloud's coma dream.